probably shouldn't be here. You have to come here with safety in mind. Because if you're not having a safe attitude and worrying about the safety of you and the safety of everybody else, you're a hazard to everybody else, okay? I mean that with all my heart. When somebody gets hurt, it's usually not just one thing. If somebody gets hurt or killed, it's not just one thing. They didn't do just one thing wrong. It's usually a series of, somebody didn't do this, or they didn't wanna do that, or we've been doing it this way for 10 years, and then somebody gets whammy. And then you go back and through that whole series of events, if any one of them things would have been stopped, somebody would be alive today. So just, when you see something unsafe, speak up. And if you think it's unsafe, speak up. What's the worst thing that can happen? Oh, we got this covered. Okay, we'll learn from it, we'll move on. And don't be offended if somebody says, hey, you forgot your safety glasses. Because myself, I might be working my bifocals. I got a bad habit, if I have my safety glasses on, I don't have my bifocals. And at home, they go in my head when I wanna read something. Is kinda defeats the purpose of safety glasses, right? So, please, if you see me or another renter do that, say, hey, safety glasses. And, listen to the mentors. We've, probably done a lot of the things and got the owies, learned from it. And the only other thing I see that I forgot here is batteries. Our robots use these 6-volt batteries. What's in this battery? Does anybody wanna take a guess?
A lot of stuff that might hurt you.
Well, that's a pretty good summary, but there's lead, these batteries are very heavy, and there's sulfuric acid in them. So sulfuric acid in itself, acid, I think you got that figured out. So if we have a spill with one of these, do we still have a spill kit?
Yep. Baking soda and.
Baking, not bacon.
This acid can be neutralized with baking soda. And we should have a bucket and some nice little gloves to pick it up and put it away. Maybe it went away.
No, we have,
It's in the first aid kit.
yeah,
Okay, just so you know, and report this to a mentor, please. The other thing about these batteries is when lead acid batteries are charging, whether it be here or in your mom or dad's vehicle or your vehicle, when they're charging, there's a gas they produce. Anyone?
carbon dioxide.
No.
Didn't-
What
it
gas do
nothing?
the batteries produce when they're charging?
Sulfide.
No.
No, that's a rock. That's not gas.
Nitrous oxide?
Thank you, sir.
Dang it, I was getting there.
They produce hydrogen.
Oh.
Anybody seen the videos of the big blimp blowing up back in the 40s?
Yes.
What was that blimp filled with? The Hindenburg. It was filled with hydrogen. Hydrogen is very, very explosive. Not only it's explosive, it has a very wide explosive range. That means too rich, too lean, it's a very wide, it'll go easy. We never wanna have a spark around the battery, especially above the battery. So when we're charging these, no spark producing devices near them. Our battery chargers, we don't wanna plug them into the battery and put our battery charger above them. Is there a chance for sparks in your battery charger? Yes. Yeah. Another thing we don't wanna do for fire safety is leave our batteries plugged in charging overnight. Because God forbid, you can see that poor little robot there, it's all bent up. These lead plates in here, I don't believe this. Yeah, this has lead plates in it. Some of them don't, but this has lead plates. The lead plates can sometimes get smashed and touch, and then you start charging them, they overheat. Or if they run out of acid in them, they can overheat. Leave them plugged in. If you start to smell sulfuric acid and the battery's getting hot, unplug it. But if you're not here to unplug it, it's just gonna continue to get more and more hot.
What does sulfuric acid smell like?
Hmm?
What does it smell like?
Rotten eggs.
I know that.
Oh. Smells like somebody tooted. Now, it has nothing to do with robotics, but all of you are gonna get in the age of vehicles. And if my kids ended up learning how to jump vehicles because I let them jump vehicles. But when you jump a vehicle, there's a couple things you don't do. One is, when you hook up a battery, you hook up the good battery first. So on the good vehicle, you hook that up, and you would go red to positive, black to negative on that battery. When you go to the vehicle you're gonna jump, the first connection you do is red to positive. The second connection, you don't even touch the battery. You reach as far away from the battery as possible, and you find the ground on the engine or the frame of the car. So if you make a spark, it's not by that battery. I actually saw two guys blow up a battery, and one got acid in the eyes, which would not be good. Another one was bleeding out the ears from the explosion. Not good, very bad day. Just learn that when you do, like I said, not trying to scare you, but just trying to teach you, if you do it wrong, there's a possibility of somebody getting hurt.
And never take them and go like this, even though it looks cool.
Yeah.
It's not, it hurts.
And I see a vise here. Don't try to hold small piece of work to drill on it. The drill will wind, your object will spin.
This is
You'll probably end up wrecking your
not
object.
ours.
That's all right,
That's
it
ours.
reminded me. And other than that, do you folks have any questions for me? Short and sweet. Distractions, by the way, cell phones, when you're working in here on stuff, put the phones in your pocket.
Are we gonna
go for it.
Working with me?
These are gonna, no.
I don't think so, but you never know. I love robotics and I love working with you folks, but sometimes my life gets a little busy.
Rob is an intermediate person around,
Intermediate?
intermediate. He comes and goes. His kids are out of robotics, but he is,
Well, Lindsay's a mentor.
yeah, Lindsay's a mentor. And Brad is coming back from basic